One. Atalipunga yacampuluka inamba mzontsundu waseAfrika kubalina ngakubona ukucampuluka kwenamba iyala yonke inkunzi enkulu ehla inhloko zezinye inkunzi tholele isizwe se-Afrika mabhulu shwake mini besiwajongile hathi la nkumandela ilahlekile qalani izizwe libonakele iyala yonke into enkulu ndithi into ebuchopho kumachapha segolide ovuthulula amangolo licula lokuphendla intwala ze-Afrika ogqalaba libanzi lokuthwala inzingo zeli lizwe sithi hamba kakuhle ke rholhlahla urholhlahla kaloku inkunzi emnyama yakwaMadiba kwiinkomo ezimnyama zabathembu zikadlomo kaloku zikayemyem zikavela bembhentsela zikangqondi nomsila sithi halala Madiba halala derham yo.
Camago Bodzalani Camago Akuhlanga Lungehlanga Mzansi Afrika omhle. Welcome to tonight's SABC1 special live broadcast as we bid farewell to a distinguished and extraordinary African Utata uMandela owayethwele inzingo zethu kwigxalaba lakhe. After a whole day's memorial service, tonight we continue with celebrating Madiba, an inspiration to the entire world and an ambassador of humanity. Tonight's show focuses on the building blocks that made Utata Nelson Mandela a global icon. Igama lam Unathi Msengana.
And I'm Robert Marawa. And Madiba's passing is one of the greatest events that have attracted the attention of the entire world. Now, over 200 dignitaries and A-list celebrities were in attendance today. South Africans from near and far, and many of Tata Madiba's friends came in their thousands to pay homage to a hero whose impact was felt right throughout the entire world. Now, Mzansi, let's take a short moment to reflect on the memorial service.
Siyabonga Mzansi sithi apha namhlanje sithi camagu tata ngabukho bakho bonke nezinto zonke ozenzileyo kodwa ke kubhlungu ke namhlanje ngoba siyakubhabhayisa bakuthathile wahamba kodwa ulifezekile walifezekisa wawafezekisa onke amaphupho ethu ngawe. Joining us in studio is an award-winning journalist. We're talking about Uyolisa Njamela. You're a part of history. You were there. You witnessed it. You were there in flesh. You were there in blood. Tina gesi bugele ekhaya. Yoli, I'm getting goosebumps just by imagining you there because I know the spirit lives within you.
Absolutely goosebumps stuff unathi uba phakathi kwababantu baninzi. Not only that, the presidents, I mean, it was almost 100 presidents. I know you guys had already introduced, but there were over 200 dignitaries,
yes.
the VIPs, A-listers. But more importantly for me, what struck me is that Utatu Madiba, the power that he has, the magic that this man had is such that abantu abafana no Raul Castro and President of the United States, Barack Obama.
Who else could have done that?
Who do not speak. Countries have been at war for years. They shared a stage today. Abantu abafana, the Zimbabwean President Robert Mugabe and David Cameron of Britain, they shared a stage today. We know the history. We know the animosity. Kodwa namhlanje uTata Madiba uqinisekisile into yoba nizawudibana kwistage esi-1 nizawuxhawulana izandla kwesi stage ngegama lam.
Bengisazosho ukuthi lesi sithombe sakho Barack Obama nayo Castro already nje kwi-social media sigijima yonke indawo, but just the impact that that's going to have, do you think it will be for the moment or do you think it will be everlasting thereafter from today?
Well, many of us, of course, would hope it is everlasting, but those two countries in particular have rotten history, for a lack of a better word, and it would take years for them to get to a point of batete, you know, get into a round table and talk these issues out. I mean, the bigger issues that they're dealing with. We know, for instance, the Cuban aid has been arrested for how long, and the Americans are not interested. The gateway to Cuba from America is still a major issue. But more importantly, there's always a start. And today, we witnessed it. It's goosebump stuff, Ubapaya. I mean, for instance, there were over 2,000 media personnel who were there, who were accredited, and you could see where everyone is interested. They want to catch every moment. I mean, some of us had groupie moments with Christian
It's
Abampur,
understandable.
of the CNN.
Come on.
You know, because we look up to these people. When
Anderson
as
Cooper
a journalist,
and all of them.
Anderson Cooper was there.
Yeah.
We can name a whole lot of, any country you can mention was broadcasting from here.
But you're only on a personal level, right? You're an award-winning journalist yourself. Yes, Anderson Cooper, we recognize and we honor. You're an award-winning journalist, female journalist, on a very patriotic African continent. Today, as a woman, what was it like for you just to be there and say, you know what, Tiko, dabulela ngoba lapha ngoba ndilapha ngawe, and of course, ngoRholihlahla himself.
Inobanza day. Nam otherwise, it's really, I mean, it's a highlight of my career. I do not believe any journalist namhlanje beyo coverage story. I do not believe uba bona they believe uba in their lifetime they will cover this kind of an event, this kind of an occasion at any point. Madiba, even in death, I know Minister of Sports Ufikile Mbalula said, even in death, Madiba is elevating us. In as much as we were crossing live from the stadium to beaming it to our viewers in South Africa, many media houses wanted to talk to us. They wanted to find out what it feels like to be a South African at this moment in time. You know, I suppose it's very important ndoba nabo bayazi ndoba sinelunda siyazidla ngendoba singaba lapha. Uke wathi utatu Ivan Khoza xa bendithetha naye apha evekini kwangalo mcimbi kaMadiba wathi we cut in the cloth kaTatu Madiba. When you go out there in the world, you need to showcase uba ongubani na, but no ukuba bonke abantu bajonge into ba unayo nalanto incinci that you carrying forward.
Exactly.
Esuka kuTatu uMadiba uDalibu.
Siyaziqanya ngaweva, siyabulela ngobukho bakho. Uhlala usiqhathise singabafazi baseMzantsi Afrika.
Absolutely.
As Utata always says, abafazi need to be emancipated and freed for a nation to truly be free. Silapha nje bubukho bakhe. We also want to hear from all of you who went to the memorial service earlier today. So please share with us your experiences on our social media pages. You can send us your messages and pictures by texting the word Madiba. Then leave a space followed by your message. The SMS line is 32728 at a cost of R1. You can also get in touch with us via social media. If you're on Twitter, the handle is SABC1 Madiba. The same on Facebook, YouTube as well, SABC1 Madiba.
All right, and as you're sending them through, all the reflections from today, all the social media hype that has been going through the entire day here today. Yeah, we've got one, Ukuhlanga Masina, saying that you got to love South Africans. We sing, dance when we celebrate. We are celebrating Madiba today. And Snob Victor also saying that Madiba, you're a true hero of Africa. You shall forever be remembered all the days of our lives. Rest in peace. And also Nontle was saying that, well, the rain today is a symbol of all the ancestors in Africa coming together to celebrate and send off a hero. The hero that is Utatu Madiba. All right, wonderful memories as well. And our condolences certainly going out to the entire family of Utatu Nelson Mandela. All right, we got to know studio now, Emil Struvich and Lerato Sejeng from Voix de Ville, or the voice of the village. Now, these two young men refer themselves as the fruits of the Rainbow Nation. And earlier on today, they were also at FNB Stadium, where they participated in the memorial service. And I know that from your side, Lerato, you were there. Welcome. What was that experience like for you?
Oh, well, firstly, I would like to say it was Madiba's magic. You know, it was so nice to see people from all across, from all over the country, from all walks of life coming together, uniting, honoring and paying respect, tribute to the late Nelson Tata Mandela. It was such an emotional thing for me, because after today, I don't want to, well, from our side, we don't want this to be the last thing. We should carry on living as a Rainbow Nation, you know. We don't have to wait for such events for us to get together.
Emil, we were talking about watching the memorial service from our homes and the comfort of our homes, but just feeling the spirit and being here together today as a musical collective, but also as friends. This must have been a magic moment, because I don't think we would be sitting here collectively had it not been for the powerful force of that untamed lion that eventually became the leading spirit of forgiveness, variety, and just pure celebration of humanity.
It is amazing to see how all these world leaders just literally left everything they were busy doing and just adapted to their schedules, and they made plans and they flew down to South Africa. And to see people like Obama and Oprah Winfrey and these people just supporting Madiba and South Africa, it's unbelievable to think that we are part of a nation that has a world leader that left behind such a legacy. And I mean, that makes us proudly South African.
Voix de Ville.
Voix de Ville.
I know French.
Yeah, it's French. It's Voice of the City.
Tell me more about that, because I mean it sounds attractive enough.
It does.
But at the same time, I want to know the deeper meaning, because I'm very inquisitive like that.
Well, I mean, the name came about, myself and Emil.
Yeah.
We were looking for a name to go as a collective. And we were just bouncing ideas off each other. And he came up with the name Voix de Ville. Like, dude, Voix de Ville, what's that? He was like, no, it's not Voix de Ville. It's pronounced Voix de Ville. I'm like, okay, and then I just looked it up, and it meant Voice of the City. I was like, okay, this is interesting, you know. We from different parts of life. You know,
He's Xhosa and I'm Afrikaans.
Well, not
so-
Xhosa.
How did this combination get together?
Well, Voice of the City literally just sums up what we were all about.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, how we met, I actually met Emil 2011 at a restaurant, and he was there performing. I was just having drinks, having dinner with friends. And after his performance, I actually approached him and told him what I was doing, what I was busy with, and actually wanted to work with him, you know. And thanks to democracy, thanks to Nelson Mandela for fighting for freedom, you know, I was able to approach him, I was able to talk to him, because if it wasn't for democracy, none of that could have happened.
But I mean, this journey is very interesting. And again, Emil, when you look at the different contrasts and the people that were at the stadium, and I'm sure you'd have picked it up as well, not only from the world leaders or from the celebrities that came through to be there today, but from ordinary South Africans who had been there overnight. Do you think that this dream of a united Rainbow Nation is something that is sustainable?
I think it's a definite... The thing is, I grew up in a household where racism wasn't talked about, being Afrikaans. And I know things are kind of hectic out there, but as a musician and as an artist, music is love, and I think love is the strongest language. And I grew up in a house filled with love, and love breaks racial barriers, and I think if people have not realized that, it's time to do.
And it's such a beautiful feeling, emotion to feel, which is that of love.
Yeah.
We have a responsibility as storytellers through broadcasting, through music, through artistry of the future. How do we take this responsibility that has been bestowed upon us to make sure that we lead by example, and not just by our words, but our actions and our physical beings?
Definitely. Well, I think going forward, Nelson, the late Utata, Nelson Mandela, he has passed on a knowledge to us, and it's our duty, it's our responsibility moving forward, you know, making sure that this country grows. We need to pass on the knowledge to the up-and-coming generation, to the youngsters, you know. We need to teach them what was taught to us back then by Nelson Mandela.
I know that this next question is something a little bit more personal, because not in that way.
He's like, don't go there.
Because, you know, sometimes, you know, people want a lasting memory of someone, and other people actually just want to have that last look and appreciation and devotion to them. And you know that the former president's body will be lying in state as of tomorrow at the Union Buildings. Now, is that something that you both considered that you will do, or is it a journey that you're not comfortable with? I mean, what's your feeling about that?
Well, look, from my side, because such an event has never taken place in this country. I think for me, I'm definitely going to go. I would love to go there and be there, experience, if I actually come close to seeing the body of Nelson Mandela, it will be an honor for me, you know. I mean, the great leaders across the world, that's what happens when great leaders pass on. And Nelson Mandela, for me, he was one of the greatest men to walk this earth.
Same question to
Yeah,
you, Emil,
I'm a bit, I feel a bit different about it, but I've been thinking about it the whole day. He is such a hero in my life, and his legacy will live on for, I think, probably thousands of years from now. And I am in this generation that has the opportunity to go, and therefore I will be going.
I say, let's go.
Okay.
Let's do it. I say, let's go.
Thanks so much for coming through, guys.
Cool, man.
Yeah,
Thanks so much
for
having
coming
us.
through.
Thank you, gentlemen, and
Thank you.
continue inspiring the youth. I think you're a true example of children live what they learn and they learn what they live. It's beautiful. We're living in a time where we can only say this once. Blessed are we to have lived and walked on this earth during Madiba's reign. Later, we'll travel back in Madiba's life and explore some of the people and moments that have shaped the man that had an immeasurable impact on our country and the entire world at large. When we come back from the break, we will talk about Madiba as a young boy and trace his eventful life from very, very new beginnings to the legend that we are celebrating today.